From segregation to integration and everything in between, America has come a long way in 50 years, even electing our first African American president. And the city of Memphis has made huge strides as well, electing our first African American mayor. Where we see the most progress in the city of Memphis is our education system. Shelby County Schools has a diverse population of students, educators, and administrators. As we reflect on the last 50 years, here's what our Shelby County Schools cabinet members and the superintendent had to say.
Dr. King left a huge mark on Memphis. Obviously, we've made significant strides in terms of racial equality, in terms of access to things like education, health care. So we made a lot of positive strides. There's still a lot of work to do, but I think that you certainly can see the work that Dr. King started come to fruition, and I think we need to all work together to make sure we continue on the progress that he made 50 years ago.
I do believe one of the most important things Dr. King talked about and was a pioneer in talking about education, every child needing to have equal access to education. And we're charged with making sure that that happens. I'm very, very humbled to be a part of that.
Our first African American president came and spoke to our graduates at Booker T. Washington a couple of years ago. And that fact alone would inspire a lot of hope that progress is possible.
I'm just disappointed that we're having to refight the same fight. For whatever reason, I know I take some of the responsibility because I was part of that generation that benefited from the civil rights movement. That's how I went to college. So I feel like I failed the generation behind me where I allowed Martin Luther King just to become a holiday.
We're affecting children. We're affecting the next generation. So with that, a couple of things that we've done in the last 2 years at the district, we went from having a deficit to having a surplus. I just came over here just now simply to talk about what other investments can we make for these children this year.
Well, what keeps me motivated is that I know that I'm now standing on the shoulders of people that made not only sacrifices for their own lives, but they made sacrifices for their families, they made sacrifices for their community, and I owe it to them. Those who could not live out the legacies of what Dr. King stood for.
And I think for me, it's made a recommitment at Shelby County Schools to apply some of the aspirations that Dr. King laid out for us all. And I'm here to try to implement some of those visions within the school district.
What inspires me is the fact that I want to be able to help those that are coming almost behind me, in the sense that, the younger generations, be able to help them kind of climb this ladder.
I'm inspired because I know that if we don't take it to the next level, we'll lose a lot of the ground that we gain.
I'm inspired by listening to the voices of the communities and listening to the voices of our students, listening to the voices of our parents, and making sure that we act up on the dream that Martin Luther King had.
Oh, you have to be optimistic. You can see the difference. So as you talk about leadership and having a vision for leadership, sometimes you still need validation. So I see where we were and I see where we are. That's a personal validation for me.
On behalf of the Shelby County Schools and the entire SCS family, happy MLK Day. On this very special day, I'm encouraging everyone to go out and demonstrate service. Dr. King left a strong legacy, and it was around service, and because of his service, our community is much better. Let's continue his great legacy.
As we reflect on the last 50 years, Shelby County Schools, Memphis City Schools merged together to create one of the largest districts in the state of Tennessee. When we reflect on the diversity of our Shelby County School cabinet, men, women, Black, white, Latino, all working hand in hand to best serve the students of this community. Now, I think we can all agree that's progress.